Hey, what's going on? So today we're going to be talking about some of these new mortgage changes that are being implemented and pushed through the pipeline and what they mean for you guys moving forward. So if you haven't heard, what's happened is OFSI, which is Canada's leading financial regulator, has proposed a rule change that all mortgages go through a stress test when getting an approval. So what has been the process so far is if you were an insured mortgage, which means if you're going with Genworth, CMHC, if you're putting less than 20% down, you had to go through the stress test. And what the stress test is let's say you're getting the mortgage rate of 2.3%. You would still have to qualify as if the mortgage rate was their posted rate, which would be 4.8% or 5%, whatever the situation may be. All that does is making sure that you've got a comfortable buffer in the event interest rates go up. Now, what they're saying though is instead of just doing that for only insured mortgages, they want that to encompass everything. So about 45% of the mortgages out there are uninsured, which means people have put more than 20% down. Again, please keep in mind, most mortgages, if you're doing less than 5 years, so if you had a 1-year variable or 3-year fixed, you still have to qualify at the 5-year posted rate, or MQR as I've been told, which is the mortgage qualification rate. So it's not a huge change, guys. It's not a huge ordeal that we're all seeing all these agents saying, oh my God, the sky's falling, the government's getting involved. It's not as bad as they're making it sound. They're just implementing some changes to protect us in the event that mortgage rates start going up. We've gotten way too spoiled with extremely cheap money. It's not normal, it's not healthy, and the music's gonna stop one of these days. So these are things that they're gonna have to implement. It is gonna have a drastic effect on the market because obviously less people are gonna be able to afford higher number of or higher valued properties, but you know, they shouldn't be stretching themselves that thin anyways. All right, when you actually break down what you're getting approved, you shouldn't utilize every dollar the bank's throwing your way anyways. I believe the rate is 40% of your total debt service can go towards mortgages or towards debt. 40% is a fairly large number when it's pre-tax. But talk to a mortgage rep based on that. I don't want to misquote anything. Mortgage reps, please go easy on me in the comments if I messed up a couple things. But please point out if I've gotten anything wrong because I'm always looking to improve as well. Now, is this good or is this bad moving forward? I think it's a necessary step. However, a few things that bother me is the timing of it. I think we just had these huge changes get implemented in April. We haven't even had a full year to see exactly how things are going to shake out. We've already seen a huge decrease in property values. It's shaking up the market quite a bit, so I feel like we should just give ourselves a little bit of time to kind of get stabilized and figure out what's going on. But they're just kind of throwing it down and seeing what happens. Also, I keep getting this number thrown at me saying $1.68 of debt for every dollar of disposable income Canadians have. We're pretty indebted as a country and as a nation. However, I'd like to point out I don't think it's primarily real estate. I think it's also to do with our credit cards, our car loans, and things like that. So I think there's bigger debt issues at hand as opposed to our financing for our mortgages. So I think we're just getting picked on in that sense, but I don't think it's as big as a deal that people are making it out to be. It just means that if you're trying to buy, $750,000 at the max value the bank is giving you, it's going to be pre-approved at a lower rate. But again, any questions, comments, what do you guys think about this? Do you think the government's getting too involved with everything? I'd love to hear what you think. Comment below. But any questions, Jacob at SoldByJacob.com, Facebook, Instagram, SoldByJacob. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Have a good one, guys.